There we go. All right. Little fluke with OBS. My bad. Everything working now? I'm actually really glad that fluke happened with OBS because when it first started, I accidentally ended up making a feedback loop in the audio. Uh, music's a little loud. Really? Probably done it like, how's that? It's still too loud. Only other thing I could think of to do would be to like turn down from here. That's good? Alright. Yeah, so to reopen, since apparently I was muted, uh, how's it going? And I hear you're wanting to get into gathering. Uh, what kind of things are you like? So gathering's a kind of like producing life skill. It's like a source life skill. It gets you the materials for other things. So what are you wanting those other things for? So to speak, like what are you wanting to follow gathering up with? If there's nothing in particular that you have in mind right now, you can just kind of gather everything and find out something else later. Later. And just all of the gathering will have you set up for starting off whatever else you want to do later on. Manos fishing chair. We've got. Alright. Screw that then. I'm coming over here. Go over here. Product of recipe. Yep, sturdy timber squares. That's going to be logs. That you can get from any tree. You can literally run around, gather whatever tree you see, and you'll get logs from it. You then process those into usable scantlings, and then process those again into sturdy timber squares. Get out of here, random ad. There you go. These guys are gotten from heating any of the, like, sealed magic crystals that you get as drops and such. That's where those come from. Pure Great Ocean. I'm gonna look into that one. These can be bought from jewelry vendors. But fucking ads, get out of here. Let's take a look at these. Fleet Quest, Life Skill Mastery, Fisher, and the Sea. Alright. Which that is gotten from this guy, the little fisher dude out by the docks of Velia. Alright, well, what do you do for it? I'll go take a look at this. Yeah, so logging pretty much anywhere gets you the logs for the timber squares. So that's just go wild. Gather all the logs. Yes, logs. Get you a magic axe and start swinging. Actually, there might be a requirement on magic axes. Hold on. Because this guy might have a skill requirement to use. I know there used to be one. Alright, it doesn't say anything about a requirement, so you should be able to just grab a magic axe, start chopping away, and you get the logs. You also get timber from whatever type of tree you're harvesting and some other random stuff. From there, I have more logs. Yes, so there's magic tools. Damn it, I did not do that properly. There's magic tools that you can get. There's a rare chance of them being crafted whenever you're creating steel tools in a workshop. That's like rare chance of it. So from like these things, if you're never mind, you can just straight up craft them. Alright. They take like 1 maple timber, 3 steel, 10 iron ingots, and 5 blackstone powder to craft in one of these. You can also just buy them off the marketplace. They're up and going 90% of the time. Like, there's assloads of them on the marketplace. Their base price is fucking... Well, they're selling for like 20,000 silver. May as well be free. You can literally get that from killing a few grass beetles. So, get one of those, chop up some trees, take the logs, chop them, like what my character's currently doing. turns them into usable scantlings. I think I've made enough of them now. You then take the usable scantlings again and start a chopping. Correction, you then get standardized timber squares from that. I'm gonna go ahead and make some more logs real quick. My brain had apparently forgotten a step. Alright. You get this stuff called plywood hardener. I think it only needed like 3, right? Yep. 3 plywood hardener per. And then your 10 standardized timber squares. So we go over to heating. Standardized timber square. Plywood hardener. Get it going. There we go. Sturdy timber square. What the hell do you keep locks into? Mhm. Interesting to know. That might be how you get the pillars. Yep. Alright, so it's 10 logs per Scantling craft. Then every 10 Scantling crafts, you can do a craft of standardized timber square, and then 10 standardized timber squares, 30 timber square. The higher level you're processing and processing mastery, the more uh, produce you will get from the results. Because as you had seen, sometimes I'll get like one usable Scantling, sometimes I'll get like 4. So there's a bit of RNG in that. Higher level, higher mastery, better RNG. And that goes all the way down the line on that. Now that we know how to make those, let's take a look at how many are needed. You need 10 of them. So that's going to be at max 100 standardized timber square. 100 standardized timber square takes 1,000 usable Scantlings. 1,000 usable Scantlings takes 10,000 logs. That is if you low roll everything. It's not as bad as you might think, actually. Because like this character currently has none life skilling. Okay, it's got that, but that's not currently going. None life skilling gear, and gets like 3 logs from that one. It gets like 3 to 5 logs. There's no workers for getting logs, unfortunately. There's no log node. All logs have to be gathered. Hence why if you go over to the marketplace, they're always sold out. Oh, so many pre-orders. If the game let you increase this to like 500,000, there'd probably still be pre-orders. Maybe not that high, because there does come a point at which everyone's gonna sit there like, oh shit, it's 500,000. And go gathering, and then gathering becomes like the most silver per hour you could ever do. But you get what I mean. You could, they could increase the price by quite a bit, and it'd still be sold out like that. Yep. And go out, grind a whole bunch of logs with a magic lumbering axe. There is the loyalty shop. Loyalties have some weight increasing on it. You can also level strength, which is where you put one of the trade items that gives you a backpack. So that'd be like a trade crate, or I think there's a few trade items that you at least used to be able to buy from traders. That ends up with you like having a backpack on, and you walk. You just auto path like that overnight, and it'll level up your strength, and that increases your weight. Shies have a passive weight buff. There's also some gear that increase it. For example, not right. Alright, I'm just gonna find this thing the normal way. Belt. Manos Golden Coral Belt. This bad boy, expensive as all hell, but like the pen gives you 600 carrying weight. It's not a deal breaker by any means. You can gather on whatever character you want. Shy just has a couple of things that make it slightly nicer. That's it. You can gather on whatever. I originally gathered on my main. But yeah, all Shy does is give you like a weight bonus. I think she also gets like increased combat XP from gathering. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so the belt, this belt can give you increased carrying weight if you're willing to shell out fuck tons of silver. I think there's some armor that does as well, but rather than getting increased carrying weight through armor, what you're instead gonna want to do for a gathering alt is, of course, Manos Gatherer's Gear. Get that mastery up. Foods, yes. Seafood cron meals. Extra life XP, plus 2 levels of gathering, plus 100 weight limit, and plus 25 gathering mastery. Call, there's also Golden Hand Elixir. That gives plus 2 luck. No, there's something else. There's another elixir. Hold on. I need to find it. It might be Elixir of Time. Yep, life XP plus 10%. If you've also got your scrolls, your books of Florin. I don't have any on this character, but there's the books of Florin. There's the wife XP books. Trying to think if there's anything else. There's some crystals. There's also of course a lightstone setup. We were to hop on over to Garmoth. Oh, we're going normal Garmoth. Yeah, where'd I put that? Hold on, there's a gear planner somewhere in here. There it is. That's fair enough. Right now, you can literally just start off with just the lumbering axe, and you'll get by with that just fine. As, I don't think I've got. Do I have the gathering credit? Ah, crap! I've also got this guy. Unneeded. But one thing that helps with things is, of course, this boy. It's a hedgehog. It gives you the chance to essentially like double everything you get. You can straight up just listen to some music or something and what? Is there a gathering event going on? Oh, but that had to have been login reward, right? That was login reward, right? Okay, yes, that was login reward. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a quest obtainable hedgehog. It is one of them pay-to-win things. No, not about that. I genuinely wish that there was a free way to get a hedgehog. It'd be really good for the player base. If I want to be technical, I could turbo boost that thing by turning it into a T5 pet, but I haven't done that quest line yet. Oh, how come no one's selling the logs on the central marketplace? Well, it takes a bit of time to lumber. You can get this down to like 1 second, I think, if you do things right. 1 second per tree. You get like about 5 logs per, and each log goes for like 14, 20,000 silver. It's not really good silver per hour, so people don't do it. What people would rather do is they take the logs and they turn them into other things. For example, you have the like forest path wagon that goes for like 2 bill if you make it. You've got, for something even better payout wise, if I can click the right thing, you've got things like ships. You can build a Etheria frigate. That's like 3 bill. Etheria sailboats, 1/2 bill. You make some of the carracks, those are 38 bill. If you go through the process of making a like Valor or Advance, like that's the price of a base Fallen God armor. If I were to be able to magically go out and make 4 carracks right now, that would be my Fallen God armor done. But if I could make 3 right now, given that I've already got the 1 Fallen God, if I could go out and like crank out 3 ships right this second, that'd be my Fallen God armor. That's a little bit difficult though, because there's a lot of quests and other specific resources for making a carrack. I'll get myself on down to the docks real quick and I can... So actually, correction, I've got a character in place just for this moment. Haha. All that prep work yesterday's coming in clutch. Yeah. As far as carracks go, by the way, most of them are decent options, depending on like what you need them for and such. The only one that's a please do not make is, I think, the balance. That thing's one of those that tries to be a jack of all trades, ends up being shit at all trades. Can you just get on that thing? Please? There we go. Alright. Not you. Which one of you schmucks is the wharf manager? There you are. Check this back in. Yes, I named my frigate the Black Pearl. So this one, for one, needs to be repaired. And I have not upgraded this one at all. For upgrading, you originally have two options. You can make the improved Imperial, not Imperial, improved Etheria frigate, which all this part does is gives you the ability to fire your cannons remotely. Like while you're steering the ship, you can fire the cannons rather than having to hop off and run down to the cannons. The other option, if you are an absolute Giga Chad, is to jump straight into making the galleys, which requires a bunch of specific resources that you can get through trading, through bartering. Like all of these can be gathered through bartering. Pro shop. Hmm. Oh yeah, I've got like 5,000 pro coins. Alright, goodness. You can also buy, like, if you get the crow coins, you can also buy the stuff for your Carrick building from here. So you can either get the materials from the actual bartering trades themselves, or you get the crow coins, you buy them from here. Now then, someone wanted crow coin coupons. I believe it said 200 of them. Boom. Alright, if I had known that this quest was going to be this easy, I would have done it a long time ago. But hey, I've got it on stream now. I can make this a short. Chat with Creo. Hand it over. Alright, he doesn't want. Okay. May as well just go ahead and like get all the quests from him. But yeah, now I possess. Oh shit! I let fish expire on her. Whoops. I now possess my very own ocean-bound otter fishing rod. So whenever I make my character, I can have it auto-fish. So like you can have that set up to be fishing while you're going around doing your bartering and shit. Fucking awesome. I should actually take this bitch to go get rid of all of her rotten fish. Fucking Peggy from the top ropes. Alright. Yes, that would be a processing stone. You can get the Manos one from the marketplace pretty easily. Yeah, it scales depending on your mastery and processing level. But yeah, it bulk crafts it. If you get like really high processing mastery, you're just chewing through materials. Yes. You get the same... your experience is based on how much produce you go through. So the faster you go through it, the faster you level up your processing. So imagine if you're using the processing stone, you're actually getting XP faster. But you get the same amount of XP per material. Damn, how much energy do you have at the moment? Yep. That's one of the reasons so many people have so many ults. Okay. So, energy's tied to knowledge. You go around, do more things, find new places, things like that. You get more energy. So essentially just talk to everyone with a question mark over their head. Well, with a question mark on the minimap. Talk to them. Do quests. Kill things. fish in different areas, get knowledge. Hell, I'm still working on my energy, and I'm trying to remember what my max is. Where do we show my max? 246. Hey, fresh person to ban today. Be more than 24 hours because I think I had like 2 10-hour days, or about 10-hour days. No, I had a 10-hour day, like 9-hour day, and like 5 or 6 hour days. So yeah, no, about 24 hours in the last 3 days. Oh shit. Yeah, I need to do that. I had meant to set up that actually. Um, hold on. Pull up Discord. Not that one. So I have a permanent link. So there we go. All right. Boom. And now I guess it's time to figure out how to do the command. There. That is. Oh God. That's gonna be lucky. Oh shit. I can't see the. There we go. Take this. First off, pin the message. All right, there we go. So we got that. Now, how do we? How do I add a command? I'll figure that out in a bit. But that'll be a later thing. For now, there's the Discord. I'm gonna need to remember to actually add that as a command later. But yeah. So how goes the lumbering? Oh yeah, that's what she was running up this way for. Get rid of the fish. You. Person. Fun fact. You can in fact still sell rotten fish. They just lose a lot of their value. See, now all the fish is gone. Oh yeah, I forgot you mentioned that. Sorry. Fucking had goldfish brain for a second there. I guess Dory would be more apt. Alright. Alright, so since we're in a mood to gather, anyway, I already showed you a bit of the. I actually do technically, however, I will be able to help with the setting up of a worker empire later today. Because currently I've got everyone promoting. I am attempting to make many much artisans. So in about 6 hours and 5 minutes, we'll be able to do that. In fact, we can sit here and start with a drawing contribution. Why can't I withdraw contribution? Ah, this is why. So we're gonna do a full reset. I genuinely wish I could just like click this and click a like withdraw all contribution button. I could just reset entire worker empire button would be lovely. This might be going for a while. I had so much contribution invested. No, 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 no. No, you normally just leave it and you normally set it and forget it. Like I'm doing the reset partly because I just upgraded all of my workers, so it's a good time anyway. And on top of that, it'll give me the chance to have like thing to reference to for people in the future going, hey, what's your node empire, your worker empire look like? What's the reasoning behind it? Things of that nature. You don't need to do weekly resets. The only time you need to change thing is if your needs change, so to speak. Can you? There we go. Alright. Oh, that man, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. Yeah, so this way I'll be able to explain everything, thought processes, and things like that. Oh wait, so did weeklies reset? I think they did. They do tend to reset on patch days, I think. It's either that or they reset on the weekend. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had that whole rant going because I thought you were asking if you should do weekly resets to like your worker node empire. My bad. Misunderstanding. Every Wednesday at reset, which is 7 p.m. EST, is when the weeklies reset. Exchange them for Manos accessories. Exchange what for Manos accessories, specifically? I think that was a little bit more of a aggressive tone than I meant to take. But yeah, what the Radiant Staccatos is, you can exchange those directly from Manos gear? Yeah, that sounds about right. Hold on. There's also a title there. But yeah, 100 of them give you Tri-Manos accessories. Which do have some pretty nice bonuses. Yep. Uh, you can also make Manos accessories. I just haven't gotten the seals you get from login rewards primarily. Like every other week, you get 5 of them. Sometimes there's events that'll give you a fuckload of them. There's none currently going, but there are some from time to time. Um, I feel like there's probably a pearl thing. Wait, no, this is loyalties. It'd take me a while to find, and honestly, fuck throwing that much money at Pearl Abyss. But yeah, there's a rather limited number of ways to get it. I'm pretty sure there's a Pearl option, but not 100%. It's not something I had considered doing as of yet. My brain's reset now. I'm trying to remember what I was doing before then. What was I doing before looking for that stuff? I don't know. Actually, I need to finish off some Mad Man ramblings from yesterday. Because yesterday I had essentially spent a good amount of time talking to myself about the different like life skills and such. Like gathering, cooking, alchemy, fishing, and everything. And one of the things I didn't have anything set up for that I needed to was farming. It was the only life skill I couldn't show off last night while rambling at myself. Anyway, farming. Here we have a set of onion crop that we obtained last night from hand gathering bushes, apparently. I didn't know that that had a chance to drop seeds, but you know, the more you know, I guess. They just occasionally randomly drop seeds. Like, rare, but still. It's an option, I guess. Yeah. The weekly event places. The potion areas in general are actually pretty loaded with mobs. It's got very high mob density. Getting the weeklies done will save you a fuckload of time. I hope you got all the weeklies you needed done yesterday. Are there like extra event spots? Okay. So for the farming, you can do plant breeding with F5, or you can harvest. Yeah, that's fair. Um, if you harvest, you get the crop. Onions, you harvest it, you get the onions. And given that we got these as a random drop from harvesting a thicket, they will be just base white quality onions. If you want better onions, for a chance at getting better onions, you hit F5, that does plant breeding. You can also do that on hay bales for some reason and just get better hay bales to get better cows, I guess. Get that. And this time, we got an upgrade. We got high quality onion seeds, which we can now take and just plant anew. And now we have a high quality onion crop. and that'll eventually grow up and, well, we start the process all over again. And that bad boy will be done growing up in 3 hours and 40 minutes. Alright, and now I've officially streamed something about pretty much everything. I should probably redo the cooking and alchemy ones and have it be like, show an example of me cooking or doing alchemy. But I've done at least one of each. I've got the baselines going. I can work on things, fleshing things out a bit more later. Yeah. At some point I plan on making a, like, just a thorough life skill guide. Mostly because that's where a lot of my knowledge lies, and it's where a lot of my interests lie. Um, as I stream, I'll get footage of things like doing the sea monster hunting, and I'll get data on the auto fishing from this boat. Actually, speaking of, we can get some. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people out there watching, like, new players get their, like, having the spin of first player experience and things like that. That can go places. Um, Hell, Blue Squadron has a few react videos of people doing new player experience for BDO. Then again, that is normally with, like, established YouTubers and such, and, like, they've got other content, but still, there is the new noob to BDO content market, for lack of a better term. And where did I put my... Oh yeah, the boat's actually in the wharf right now. Wharf. Take out. Buy supplies. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna start doing bartering while I reset my worker node empire thing. Let's get me a storage keeper real quick. Because my barters alright. I need essence of liquor. I actually don't have any of that. I might need to cook some up. So we might have to do some cooking stream first. Actually, no, we'll get the rest of the bartering stuff done. Then we can do the essence of liquor. I'm also going to need some cotton fat. Actually, I can just buy a fuckload of essence of liquor. What the fuck am I saying? So buy 10k essence of liquor. 2,000... Bring in 2,000 chicken meat. 100 cotton fabric. 10k vinegar. I guess 10k Freeka if that's on the marketplace. Is there any Freeka on the marketplace? works. That ought to be enough. Alright. Ready to head out on the first bartering adventure? Yep. Alright, so you're gonna do, you got your ship. You can click load cargo, and you can load everything from here. You can hop on your boat. Alright.
She works the nights by the water. She's gone astray, so far away from her father's daughter. She just wants a life for a baby. All I
All right, that's the Node Empire reset.
don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't laugh anymore. What was all of it for? Ooh, we don't talk anymore like we used to do. I just heard you found the one you've been looking for. I wish I would have known that wasn't me. 'Cause even after all this time, I still wonder why I can't move on just the way you did so easily. Don't wanna know the kind of dress you're wearing tonight.
Okay, pretty much momentum. Heard the cries, but you wouldn't dry my tears away. So now. Ain't that shit. Alright, good.
It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old.
Oh yeah, enough of those. There, that's good, man. Ancient Iron Piece and Rolla Flower Seed. But they only do really good trades. Bring trades. Yes, Supreme Oyster Box. Conquest of Gold Coins. That's the only thing. Bro, why would I? I guess the blue is rotated to a 1 for 2. 1 for 2 and no better. Wonder it's gonna all be 1 for 1. That one. Over to Kogan. Gonna be the only real worthwhile Crow coin option. And then we can reset shit. Hopefully get some better trades. Did I just do a stupid and stop myself? No, I'm still going. Alright. Take a book to get that last trade. I want a game. I'm sure just throw one 10-year-old golden herb in there. Ooh, still card bottom. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to end stream a bit early. Neighbors' kids are getting a bit loud. And I don't want subject Joel's ears to that, so I'll see you around.